So instead of constantly answering questions and defending ourselves against accusations, we can ask questions and make accusations of our own. This enables us to control the conversation. So we can say things like, why are you letting people with penises tell you what lesbians are? That's a very good question, right? That's really homophobic of you. We can say things like, do you believe that exclusive same-sex attraction is immoral? Right? Wow, you sound just like the Westboro Baptist Church. So making accusations, right, puts your opponent on the defensive. And it allows you to drive the conversation. And when you drive the conversation, you get to stay on message. We get to stick to our talking points, and we return to them when the conversation strays. And this is kind of like the core of the idea of advertising, right? Repetition, right? Repetition, repetition, repetition. If you want people to remember what you're selling, in this case, an idea, because all activists are selling an idea, you need to repeat it over and over. And so you need to stay on message. Instead of defining ourselves in the negative, we need to start defining ourselves positively. We create positive associations with us in people's minds, which makes them more likely to listen to us. We get to direct the conversation and seem harder to attack. So instead of calling yourself a TERF or gender critical, you can just say, I'm for gay rights. If you're pro-gay, your opponent has to prove that they're not anti-gay before they get to speak against you, right? You put them in the position of defending themselves against an implied accusation of homophobia. And when we do this consistently and insistently, we force our opponents to back down. Your goal when making a political argument against another person should be to make your opponent back down or melt down. If they back down, you win. If they melt down, they look crazy, you look reasonable, and you win.